Hello, and welcome back once again to Jeff Finnegan's Wake, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Finnegan's Wake to you one page, or in this case, 2 pages at a time, one day at a time. Put it up on the YouTubes for everyone to hear. We're on to page 109. Finnegan's Wake is a book by James Joyce. Luckily, there is another cant to the questy. Has any fellow, of the dime a dozen type, it might, with some profit, some dull evening quietly be hinted, has any useful sort of ornery josser, flat-chested 40-ish, faintly flatulent, and given to ratiocination by syncopation, in the elucidation of complications, of his greatest feng-yang dynadescendanced, only another the son of, in fact, ever looked sufficiently longly at a quite everyday-looking stamped addressed envelope? Admittedly, it is an outer husk. Its face, in all of its featureful perfection of imperfection, is its fortune. It exhibits only the civil or military clothing of whatever passion-pallid nudity or plague-purple nakedness may happen to tuck itself under the flap. Yet to concentrate solely on the literal sense or even the psychological content of any document to the sore neglect of the enveloping facts themselves, circumstantiating it is just as hurtful to sound sense, and let it be added to the truest taste, as were some fellow in the act of perhaps getting an intro from another fellow turning out to be a friend in need of his, say, to a lady of the latter's acquaintance, engaged in performing the elaborative ancestral ceremony of upstairs, straightway to run off and vision her plump and plain in her natural altogether, preferring to close his Blinkhard's eyes to the ethiquetical fact that she was, after all, wearing, for the space of the time being, some definite articles of evolutionary clothing, inharmonious creations, a captious critic might describe them as, or not strictly necessary, or a trifle irritating here and there, but for all that suddenly full of local color and personal perfume, and suggestive, too, of so much more, and capable of being stretched, filled out, if need or wish were, of having their surprisingly like coincidental parts separated, don't they now, for better survey by the deft hand of an expert, don't you know, who in his heart doubts either that the facts of feminine clothing are there all the time, or that the feminine fiction, stranger than the facts, is there also at the same time, only a little more to the rear, or that one may be separated from the other, or that both may be then be contemplated simultaneously, or that each may be taken up and considered in turn apart from the other. And that, less straight-up gibberish, but I still don't know what the hell is going on. Page 109 of Finnegan's Wake here on Jeff Finnegan's Wake. I'm tired. Going to bed. Good night.